it's your boy DJ Wolf here. On a busy, very busy election night. This is the Political Plantation pre-show. I was trying to do a live show, but I will be doing a live show tonight. That's going on. That's going down no matter what. Now, for the most part, I tried to do a live segment just now and it cut me off. So right now, I will get this out with as soon as I can. Then I'm going to go into the live show. Start time set for 9 o'clock. And the reason why I set it for 9 o'clock, because that's mainly probably about within an hour or two after the polls close. That's number one. Of course, number two, they'll probably get a better grip of the results by 9 o'clock. And number three, I can get a comprehensive breakdown of who voted state by state. I get a good glimpse of that. So all of that will take place by the time I start the show at 9 o'clock. Those are the three main reasons I want to do that. There are other reasons in place. I wanted to go to a preamble about why I voted for the candidate I voted for, but I'm going to get to a backstory prior to even doing that and tell you why I did what I did. I also found out my son called me earlier and told me who he voted for. It was a little bit of a surprise to me because I thought he was going to go. I wasn't sure if he was going to go Democratic, Republican, or Green, but the candidate he voted for was a shock to me. And then I'll also go into although I mentioned before, I'm going to go into why I wish Bernie Sanders had got more momentum than he did. I really do, because I actually, at first I wasn't really sure about him. I didn't exactly hate him. I didn't exactly like him. But the more I listened to Bernie Sanders and a lot of stuff that he was willing to offer, at least he had some policies in place that he was willing to work on, that he told you about. He had a lot of great ideas, and I could honestly say out of the three candidates, he had the best ideas of any of the three. Matter of fact, he was the only of the three candidates who actually act like he gave a damn. And that's real talk. He really did. And now I'm like, I wish maybe I threw support to Bernie Sanders like I should have. I wish I had done it. I wish the guy that had gave him my support. I really do. Maybe if I had gave my support, maybe he would still be a candidate. The only other problem with Bernie Sanders that I had was the fact that he was just a little old. I think Bernie Sanders like 74 years old, something like that. So he... But anyway, I don't want to give away too much about the main show. The pre-show, I just wanted to talk about what's going on right now. The latest news, I just talked to somebody about it just a second ago, and I also heard about it. Donald Trump was trying to sue the state of Nevada regarding early voting, the early voting turnout, balloting or something. I know something along that nature. I'm like, first of all, it's too early to be trying to sue anybody. The election's not even over yet, you dumbass. And second of all, you have to have proof of why you're suing them in the first damn place. But either way, you picked a worst, couldn't have picked the worst time to try to sue somebody about a voting election that hadn't even officially been, balloted yet in terms of the votes. They're still counting votes. Are you serious? You're a dumbass, Donald Trump. Really, he's just, I don't know. I just really don't know. I don't really know about either one of the candidates, to tell you the truth, at this point. I'm going to tell you about who and why. I just don't want to give away right now. I want to wait till the show time, and then I'll tell you exactly who I voted for and exactly why, and my reasons for it. But it's, I'm hoping, I will say this. I hope tonight that America made the right choice as far as candidate-wise. I will say that. Make the right, solid, intelligent, common sense choice. Also, for you out there who talk about, well, I ain't voting this year. You know, what you gonna do? Sit there and wait for Massa to get you a goddamn candidate that you'll be satisfied with? Or you gonna get up off your ass and go out there and try to support somebody, or at least look for a candidate who is community, not only community organizer, but somebody who is from your neighborhood, know the streets, you know. That's the kind of candidates we need. A candidate who grew up like everybody else, who worked regular 9 to 5 like everybody else, who went to public schools like everybody else, you know, who somebody who family, he knows roots and family roots of people and generations of people who he knows about and their dealings and their misfortunes and all that. Somebody who really knows, somebody who from the neighborhood. That's what I'm gonna say about that. You know, somebody who actually knows you. You know, not somebody who's trying to pretend like they know you, or somebody who decide at the last minute because they're desperate to get votes that they need you. You know, they need to get you to be their pal for a second, just for the moment of getting the votes. You know. In other words, somebody from your neighborhood who knows your neighborhood and knows your communities better than anybody, who know what it's like to come from that neighborhood from nothing and try to make something for themselves. You know, who understands people's plights, not just talking about what they heard or what somebody told them. Somebody with a backbone of a knowledge from that, and yet a Rhodes Scholar. That's the kind of candidates we need. Those kind of candidates, not only do we need to support them financially. In other words, we need to fund those candidates. Those kind of candidates we need. You know, not just some manufactured candidate that the media pumped up. See, this is the problem. The media, they play into these candidates who have these backgrounds from, 40. I mean, and look, and nothing wrong with you having a candidate with a lot of experience. But what good is a candidate with a lot of experience going to do you if they don't know your people? You know, if they don't know where if they're not from that part of town that knows what it's like to grow up being hungry and trying to fight their way to the top. You know, not buy their way into the top, not inherit their way in. You know, because that's the problem with politics. The politicians, they get in, not necessarily from the ground up, at least the ones that we like to see. They don't, I mean, the ones that we want to see, presidents and all that. You know how they get in? They get on the ground up based on, and it's not even the ground up for them. A lot of these guys come from money. The Bushes, okay? The Gores. All right, the Trumps. Hell, Hillary Rodham. I think her family came from money, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's just it amazes me. It truly does. And like I said, the media, they like that kind of stuff. You know, they didn't like Bernie Sanders. They didn't. They bashed Bernie Sanders every chance they got. You know? They like the popular, really, really popular candidates who are controversial. That's what the media plays on. It's sickening to me. It really is. They created a monster with Donald Trump. Donald Trump was just another businessman who was ripping people off for many years, him and his family, until he got broke. That's a known fact. Look it up. Google it, as they say. His father, family were part of the KKK. They were infiltrated with the KKK people. Google it. I read it. Okay? So, for him to simply say he don't know anything about KKK, he's full of shit. I can tell you right up front, he's full of shit. And I know it for a fact he is. You know? That's why he don't get, he has had such a laissez-faire, don't give a fuck attitude. Because that's the kind of guy he is. You know? What I will say is this. There actually were 4 candidates running for president. You know how I know? I did the early voting 2 weeks ago. So, believe me, it wasn't just Clinton, it wasn't just Trump, but you also had Gary Johnson and, what's that woman's name? I forgot her name. Anyway, there were 4 candidates there. So, I'm not going to reveal to you who I voted for until a little later tonight. And I have my reasons for it. I have my personal reasons for it. And I'm going to explain in detail exactly why. And I'm going to go into a backstory before I go into all of that. So, right now I don't know what to say. I said, I'm supposed to be closing in about a half an hour, at least in Maryland and other areas in the DMV. So, as far as I know, most polls will be closed by 8 o'clock. But like I said, check with your election center voting places to verify that, because I don't actually have that actual time frame. Depends on the state that you're at. Look at this damn phone. Really? You just want to cut me off in the worst way. Man, these people cannot drive. These people are terrible. These people are the worst drivers on the planet. I'm really. These people are horrible drivers out here. And, it seems like I was saying before, they seem to drive worse at night than they do any other time of day. I mean, particularly this time of year. With daylight saving time, people just drive crazy this time of year. They really do. And I've been noticing that for the longest time. They drive like a bunch of nuts. They absolutely do. I'm not letting you all, I'm trying to get home. But, nevertheless, all I'm going to say is this. I hope you voted for the candidate that you voted for. I appreciate you listening to me. I do have a lot to say about it tonight. Hopefully I have Blog Talk. Blog Talk Radio should be up tonight. I mean, one thing I did forget to do, I forgot to schedule. So that might pose a problem for me tonight. I didn't think about it last night. But hopefully when I get in, I'll be able to get a schedule for 9 o'clock. If not, it'll be a little later. But we're doing this show tonight, one way or the other. All right, so just thought I'll let you know. But nevertheless, still Blog Talk Radio, 347-426-3596. That's the number that you can call. Also, I will be on Spreaker.com live. So if the Blog Talk Radio thing don't go through, I will be on Spreaker, and you will be able to text me live on Spreaker.com, by the way. And YouTube, I will also be on live on YouTube. So, if you can't call, at least text me, or email me. So my email addresses. And I will be on Facebook Live tonight. And so you'll also be able to get me that way. And you will be able to get me on Twitter at my For All to Hear Twitter page. So either way, you'll have options. All right. So, but boy, what a night this is going to be when we find out the winner. It's almost like the Cubs and Indians series where you really didn't know who was going to win that series. I mean, that thing went down to the wire. And I do believe personally, like the Cubs-Indians World Series was, I will say, is one of the greatest. We will go down as one of the greatest World Series ever. This presidential election will go down as one of the greatest ever too. Because to have a woman candidate be that close to the cusp of winning, of possibly winning the election for president of the United States, it will be monumentally historical. So it's going to be something else, you know. So if that happens, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a major win, you know. So we'll see. But and that'll be the good thing if that goes through tonight. What I think will not be so good is that we'll still be on a political plantation no matter what. You know, because until we change the mindset, look here. You really think I was going to... What are y'all doing out here tonight? People cutting people off and... Jesus. You know, unless we change the mindset, and I do mean it, unless we change the freaking mindset of how we support candidates, and I'm talking about particularly black people, because we tend to vote with whatever available politician that talk that sweet talk to our ears and say, oh, okay, they talking good, I think I'll go vote for them. You know, instead of you using your common sense and putting in candidates that's going to represent you based on where they come from. Not necessarily, because they got a high education, but but also based on where they coming from as well. You know, that's like you have a local high school team, right? Your kid goes to a high school team. If they're a star athlete, are you going to vote are you going to sis boom ba? In other words, you're going to cheer for the opposing team because they're more popular than the high school team that your kid plays on? No, you're going to vote for the neighborhood kids from that high school. Really? You're going to vote for the neighborhood kids from that high school that's in your neighborhood and root them on to victory. Well, shouldn't be for future candidate proposals. It should be the same way. You want to get some candidates in that are from deep-rooted neighborhood backgrounds who knows the plight of the people firsthand. That's what I'm saying. And when I mean firsthand, I mean you might know family members or relatives or very close personal neighbors or friends, and you lived in that neighborhood and you know the struggles, you know how it is to come up. They didn't grow up with a silver spoon, and neither did that candidate. But eventually they were able to get a good education, get a scholarship, get in there, be successful because people support them and had that person's back. Not only that, by the same token, those candidates are deep rooted in those communities and know the community like the back of the hand. And the people in those neighborhoods are going to try to support and fund that candidate every way they can, so that candidate can enable to help elevate those communities. In other words, grassroots effort with those kind of candidates, and not just, even if they're a Democrat or Republican, but I'm saying, in other words, you want community-based candidates who really is about the people, and you want your Congress the same way, because a lot of people won't vote for the Congress. I gotta ask my old lady about that, because there were no ballots in about voting for Congress, but yet their seats their seats. I forgot how many seats over. I think it was like some 38 seats that were up to be voted. I mean, to be claimed, and I didn't see anything on my ballot that showed that. I have to ask her about that. I asked her about that big time. I mean, zilch, nada, nothing. You know. But anywho, that's pretty much all I got for right now. I say again, blogtalkradio.com/for all here, 347-426-3596. Hopefully I'll be able to get a time slot tonight, because I forgot I was supposed to put it in last night and I didn't get a chance to do it. But nevertheless, don't fret. I will be on Spreaker.com live tonight, 9 o'clock. That's for sure. And YouTube. Yep, so I will be on both. I will have access to all three tonight. So I should be able to be on all three tonight. 9 o'clock. Don't forget, guys. 9 o'clock. And we're gonna go throughout all. We're gonna talk about politics in general. Candidate I voted for and why, and other topics related to that. All right. Again, blogtalkradio.com/for all here. DJ Wolf online at yahoo.com. Anytime, 24/7. Also, I can be reached at For All to Hear on Twitter. My Facebook page, you can reach me at DJ Wolf Live. And also, of course, YouTube at For All to Hear. Alright, guys, this is DJ Wolf. I got a lot to say on the back burner tonight. Later on tonight. Alright? So